Sulake released 5 Habbo Hotel-themed mobile games for Nokia between 2005 and 2007, these being Habbo Dreams, Puzzle Pipes, Duck Up, Space Pool, and Habbo Creatures. There are a few gameplay videos of the games available on YouTube, all of which were posted in 2012 and come from a channel called Theodore Nidden. Puzzle Pipes and Space Pool both only have GIFs that show a few screenshots of the game with no gameplay. There's also a download page for Habbo Dreams on a website for mobile games, music, and screenshots called Fineki. Even though it is entirely possible to download the game's file, it is unknown whether the game will work. If that's the case, it will be the only one of the 5 games that have been discovered and made available. Pokemate is a mobile game developed by Square Enix and released in 2006. In a virtual pet simulator mode, players could capture Pokemon, chat with other players, and care for their Pokemon. To begin, new players are given only 10 Pokeballs and a random Pokemon. However, for a monthly fee of 210 yen, a formal service edition was released, which included more Pokeballs, Pokemates, and media within the app. The chat room feature allowed different players' Pokemon to sign messages between 2 players. The game was only released in Japan, but it was shown at E3 and a wider release was expected in 2008. Neither the Japanese nor the American press paid much attention to it during its run. However, the service was only available in Japan until 2008 and it was never available anywhere else. Since the game's cancellation, there is no way to access it other than some screenshots and footage. PopCap Games' Plants vs. Zombies 2 is a tower defense game that we all know and love. This game is clearly a sequel to the critically acclaimed Plants vs. Zombies game. It was released on August 15, 2013 for iOS devices and 2 months later for Android devices. The game releases an alpha and beta version of each update 1 month before the official release to allow players to test the various mechanics implemented in the game before the official release. The alpha version of the 7.4.1 update was taken down just a few hours after it was released. The content for this version was uploaded by KTT Channel, a well-known channel in the Plants vs. Zombies 2 community. Unfortunately, PopCap took down the channel for copyright infringement, and the alpha version of 7.4.1 was lost because there was no way to contact the channel's owner. The unreleased material of the alpha version of the update 7.4.1 was present from version 6.0.1, or better known as Pirate Sea's World Expansion Update. The material of that version was unfinished, and if it was put up in the game, it had a lot of glitches. The content of the alpha version of update 7.4.1 differed significantly from that of the final version. It was planned to release the Dark Ages World Expansion Update, which would include 10 new levels. The alpha version of 7.4.1 has yet to be discovered. The content of the 7.4.1 update was very different than expected when it was officially released. All expansions were taken off the world map and renamed Epic Quest, but the Dark Ages expansion was never renamed Epic Quest. There's still a chance that this expansion will be released at some point, as it's possible that PopCap will resurrect the expansion project for Plants vs. Zombies 2 Remaining Worlds. Rayman Garden is a 2001 puzzle mobile game developed by Gameloft. It came pre-installed on the Mitsubishi Triumph Eclipse and Mitsubishi M21i. The game is the most obscure in the Rayman franchise and is part of the Rayman game series. The objective of the game is to locate all LUMs while avoiding obstacles, monsters, and bad Rayman. After the game's debut, it faded into obscurity, and for many years almost no one spoke about it. There was no footage of the game online until July 2018 and only one screenshot was available. On July 28, 2018, YouTube user FrameRaider uploaded Rayman Garden gameplay. Mame World reported in July 2019 that user Clawgrip had dumped the whole ROM off a Mitsubishi Triumph Eclipse MT450 mobile phone. In this ROM dump, it actually included Rayman Garden, but he unfortunately did not release the ROM to the general public. Veggietales Dance Party was a planned mobile app based on the popular children's show Veggietales. The app was teased in the Veggietales episode Celery Night Fever and was set to launch in the fall of 2014. It would have been available on iOS, Nuke, Google Play, Amazon Mobile, and other platforms. This would have been Cupcake Digital's second app following their other game titled Very Merry Larry Christmas. The reason for the cancellation is unknown, but it could be related to the release of Big Idea's Netflix series Veggietales in the House. Info on this app is incredibly obscure, and the only proof of its existence is the app being teased during an episode and an advertisement that appeared on a pamphlet. Bravoman Binja Bash was a mobile game released in August 2013 for Android and iOS by Hyptic Games and Bandai Namco. Based on Shifty Look's Bravoman webcomics and webtoon series, the game was a 2D auto-run platformer. The game had a quest system, in-game currency, unlockable characters, and a connection to the iOS Game Center. According to evidence provided by Moby Games user Lampbane, it was apparently a free game but had in-app purchases. In March of 2014, it was removed from both app stores after Shifty Look shut down due to achieving its ultimate goal of reviving an older Namco series, Wonder Momo. The game is allegedly available for direct APK download via the website APKDL, similar to Shifty Look's Lost Wonder Momo game. Unlike Wonder Momo though, it has not had its sprites ripped and uploaded anywhere. On the game's Moby Games page, you can only find screenshots and promotional images. YouTube user Touch Gameplay uploaded an HD gameplay trailer for the game on August 28, 2013, which, as the title suggests, highlights the game's auto-run platformer gameplay. On the 5th of September 2020, Twitch, a Lost Media Wiki user, had obtained the OBB files as well as the APK for Bravoman Binja Bash, which can be downloaded from archive.org. But the game is still not playable since the servers for the game are shut down, making it inaccessible. Tic-Tac-Dough is a game show that is based on the famous Tic-Tac-Toe game. Contestants must answer questions from a number of categories in order to place their symbols X or O on the board. Many board games were created during the show's run, and all of them were actually released. But a mobile game wouldn't be created until nearly 20 years later after the show ended. The game was created by Skyzone Mobile and was released on Brew, Java, BlackBerry, and iOS devices. It is based on the first syndicated version of the show. Around the same time, an iOS Lite version of the game was released. Unfortunately, the game vanished sometime after its release and is no longer playable. The current status of Skyzone Mobile is also unknown. Screenshots of both the iPhone and BlackBerry versions as well as footage from the Brew version have surfaced online, but the game has yet to surface. And it's unclear whether or not a playable ROM of the game actually exists. Monster Chronicle 2 is a sequel to Monster Chronicle released for phone services in November 2009. The first Monster Chronicle was a mobile game released in Japan in 2008. It got a DSiWare port in 2010, which was released both domestically and internationally. It was a monster collecting role-playing game in which the player took control of the protagonist named Yuta. Monster Chronicle 2 was available to play for 315 yen per month on mobile services iMode, EasyWeb, and Yahoo Keitai, and it was only released in Japan. Between October 2011 and November 2019, the game's official website was shut down. There is no information about the game or any gameplay footage available online. The majority of the game's information and images are only available for promotional purposes. There is also some music for the game available online. The title theme and a presumed dungeon theme are available on Kevin Lee's SoundCloud page. Shop Till You Drop was a game show produced by Stone Stanley Productions that aired on Lifetime, The Family Channel, and PAX TV from July 8, 1991 to May 27, 2005. The format of the show was very stunt-oriented, with two couples participating in a variety of pop culture-themed stunts. And after completing the stunt, they chose a store in the mall and won a prize. Despite the show lasting 14 years, only one mobile game was made and was developed by Rixion shortly after the show ended. The game was available until Rixion shut down in 2010. There is no footage from the game and only 4 screenshots can be found online, as well as the games page on Rixion's website, which can be found on the Wayback Machine. It is unknown whether a ROM for the game exists today or if the game can be played in any way. Katatak was a mobile game for Google Play and the Apple Store. The game centered on YouTuber Tomska and his friends going on an RPG adventure with bosses and has 5 levels, 10 cutscenes, and 2 menu selections. They communicated with their fans through Tumblr and YouTube to give updates on the game. However, in 2017 the company ran out of business and shut down the app. The only bits we have of the game is the raw footage from the 2014 trailer, promos and images, and the behind-the-scenes footage. Professor Layton and the Mansion of the Deadly Mirror is a spin-off game from the Professor Layton series. Level 5 created it for iMode flip phone services and it was released in October 2008. The Professor Layton franchise is a Nintendo DS puzzle adventure game series created by Level 5. Some Layton games have been remastered for mobile devices and the Nintendo Switch since then. Subscribers to a service called Veggietales had access to the game. It was first shown at Level 5 Vision 2008 where attendees received serial ID cards and were able to play the game for free beginning on October 9th. Only the first chapter was available to those who did not participate in the event until October 29th when all chapters were made available for free. On November 1st, 2012, the game was re-released for Roid services as part of Layton Mobile R under the name Professor Layton and the Mansion of the Deathly Mirror Remix. This version is identical to the 2008 release, but instead of reusing puzzles from previous installments in the series, it includes all new puzzles. Layton Mobile R is no longer available as of today. Since then, no copy of the game, whether the 2008 original or the 2012 re-release, has been found. So far, video recordings and promotional images are the only piece of footage that we have available.